8:30 pa daw tama start? Or can we start now?
Pwede na ma'am karon ma'am.
Lagi sayang man ang time kung nahumana mo, no? Okay, so once again, good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How's your Sunday? How's your Sunday? It's a very
Ma'am.
busy Sunday.
Compromising ma'am.
Okay, so you are having a whole day na? Enhancement every Sunday?
Depende ma'am. Pero
Yes,
karon half
ma'am.
day lang.
Until
Half day
2,
lang.
ma'am.
Until 2. Sige lang. Sacrifice lang yun, no? Okay, anyway, that's for your own benefit naman po. Okay.
Gamay na lang yun ma'am.
Gamay na lang yun, utong? Until when is your, your off-campus will end?
May 8 ma'am.
Ay, so it's almost done. So I hope you had a very good encounter with your students. No? Kasagaran mo, Central? Nag-off?
Different
Valencia
schools
Central?
ma'am.
Different schools. Okay, so anyway, we will be having, what's this? Principles of teaching. Last time, it was group 2, I guess, nga ang akong nakuan na audience ato nga time. No, karon patan no sa inyong group?
Yes ma'am.
Ay, okay.
Yes po, ma'am.
Sige. So, let's start the ball rolling. So, we have here, now anyway, please get a sheet of paper and number it from 1 to 15. 1 to 15 first. I want you to answer first the questions, then we are going to process after. Ha? Para nga tanaw na to, how far can you still remember? Or what's this? How far can you answer the questions that will be given to you? And you are only given 1 minute in every item. Okay? Would that be clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll give you 15 minutes to finish the 15 items that we are going to process the questions, huh? Okay, so I'll share to you the slides that I have here. And then when I'll say start, you start. Okay, I'll have to set the timer. Okay? Do you have your pen and paper now?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay, do you have it there now? Have you seen it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, for a while, huh? I'll set the timer. Okay, you can now start with number 1. There's more. I'm sorry. I'll be still know you are God. Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Done,
Okay.
ma'am.
Done?
Done, ma'am.
Sige. You may check your own paper. Honestly, ha? Tanaw na to kung go back to question number 1. Kadjut lang ako siyang slideshow. Okay. Question number 1. It says, to ensure the lesson will go smoothly, Teacher Jane listed down the steps she will undertake together with her students. What does this
Wala nag-move ang slide,
practice?
ma'am.
Kita mo din sa slide.
Ah? Okay. Wa siya di balhin uguan?
Ano ko bang
Okay na,
Okay
ma'am.
lang, ma'am.
Okay na. Di siya gusto slideshow na ako. Okay. For a while.
Okay na, ma'am.
For a while, ha? Okay. So, to ensure the lesson will go smoothly, Teacher Jane listed down the steps she will undertake together with her students. What does this practice relate to? A. Teaching style. B. Teaching method. C. Teaching strategy. And D. Teaching technique. What do you think?
Letter
B,
A, ma'am.
ma'am.
Letter
Letter
B.
B.
Letter C.
B, ma'am.
Nobody will answer
Letter
C
D,
and
ma'am.
D? Okay. Actually, the answer here is the a teaching method. It's a teaching method. B. The answer is letter B. So who got the correct answer? Okay, very good. So,
Me, ma'am.
section ang
Duha
naa
ka
diri karon nga
section,
group.
Two,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Section
A
A
and B po.
and B.
Congratulations, you got the correct answer. For those who were not able to get the correct answer, then at least now you already know what's the correct answer. Okay. Then, number 2. The class of grade 6 Einstein is scheduled to perform an experiment on that day. However, the chemicals are insufficient. What method may then be used? If it happened na it's insufficient. So, what method will the teacher be using? A, project method, B, laboratory, C, lecture, D, demonstration. Okay.
Dimas.
D,
The
ma'am.
class of
Letter C.
Demonstration.
D, ma'am. C,
Dimas
ma'am.
Okay.
demonstration.
Lecture.
Now take note, class, that as teachers, we should be very quick in our decision making in situations like this. Like say, you already have set the class, no? You already have scheduled. We will have the laboratory, and then when you went there in the laboratory room, so happened nga, agoy, gamay na lang man di ang chemicals, and you are not aware of it. Kaya di man po ikaw ang laboratory in charge. So, pag-abot dito, kay wala man, alang-alang mo sa mga, o sige class, magkuha na lang ta, magpatintiro sa ta sa gawas, kay wala tayo chemicals, we cannot have it. So, as a teacher, you should be quick enough in your decision making on what to do in cases like this. So, since there is no sufficient chemical there, you cannot have the laboratory, of course. Then you cannot have it also as a project because project method, because when project method, they have to bring it at home, they are going to do it individually, and the more nga they don't have the chemical there in their homes. If you will do the lecture, it is understood that when you do the experiment, you have done with the lecture sa concept, di ba? So, it must be demonstration. Na may
Yes, ma'am.
chemical, pero gamay raman, insufficient, and all the groups, you cannot provide all the groups with the chemical. So, you as a teacher should have to demonstrate it, no? And let the students observe. So, if they have not the chance, you have not enough chemicals, then they can already perform it themselves. Okay? So it is letter D. Okay. Next, teacher C gives the class specific topic as an assignment that they have to research and pass the following day. However, the students could not find any information about it. What method should a teacher use supposedly to teach teacher C, I mean. Okay, sorry. Nasumpay man. Teacher C use to teach the assignment. A, project method. B, discovery approach. C, lecture method. D, demonstration method. What's your answer then?
Discovery, ma'am.
B, ma'am.
Discovery.
B, ma'am.
C,
Mhm.
Letter C,
ma'am.
ma'am. Letter
Okay.
C.
B, ma'am.
Okay, the answer is letter C, lecture method. You let them do the research, you do the lecture, and let them participate. 'Di ba? Mag-question and answer ka. You act there as moderator na dayon. So, the answer is letter C. Okay. Number 4. Pictures, models, and the like arouse students' interest in the day's topic. Right? Will you agree? If you have there
Agree, ma'am.
mga pictures, mga models na mo ipakita sa ila the students will be interested. So, in what part of the lesson should the given materials be presented? Is it A, initiating activities, B, culminating activities, C, evaluation activities, D, developmental activities?
A, ma'am.
What's your answer?
Letter A.
Letter
Menta. Letter D.
Letter A.
Developmental activities.
A.
Okay.
A, ma'am.
It's letter
B.
A. You
B.
have to show it A. Encourage students to be participating and to be interested with the class, with the topic. Kay na naman sila, that's your motivation actually. No? So initiating activities. You have to initiate
Yes.
don't do it in the culmination. Kay wala na. Nahumana ka og lecture ana or evaluation makaha. No? So that is during the initiating activities. That's letter A. Number 5. In Bloom's taxonomy of educational objectives, the domains are stated from the lowest to the highest level. Which of the following objectives belong to the lowest level? A. To identify the characters of the story. B. To differentiate active from passive voice. C. To give the available resources that could be recycled into useful things. And D. To explain the procedure of changing improper fractions to mixed number. So, what is the
Ma'am.
lowest level?
Letter
Letter
A.
A.
Okay, letter
A.
A. That's remembering, right? You
Yes
just
po.
identify the characters of the story. So it's remembering. So mo na siya ang pinaka-lowest, no? Kaya 'di ba you have remembering, next to remembering is unsa man sunod sa remembering? You have
Analyzing.
there
Understanding
uh,
po.
uh
Analyzing.
Analyzing, synthesizing, and creating.
yeah, creating ang pinaka-highest level because that requires your critical thinking skills. And what? Kanang your creativity and mura naman ko siya kuan kanang it's already an application of all the concepts you've learned. So that's the highest level. Ang remembering ang lowest. No? Okay. Next, the class of 4 bromeliad is asked to analyze the present population of the different cities and municipalities of the National Capital Region for the last 5 years. How can they best present their analysis? A, by means of a table. B, by looking for a pattern. C, by means of graph. And D, by guessing and checking. Okay. So, what
C,
do you
ma'am.
think?
C.
Graph.
Letter C.
Letter C or A, ma'am.
Okay, letter
Letter C.
letter C. 'Di ba kung imuha siyang ma-present in a graphical what's presentation, it's easily understood. 'Di ba? Pagkakita pa lang gud sa graph, sometimes kung nakatabulate siya, magkuhan pa sila og analyze, maglibog pa sila og analyze. Whereas kung naka-graph siya, pagkita mo, okay. Like say, pie graph ba ka ha? Pagkita mo, it's okay. Ingani di ay kadako, no? Or ingani ka kuan ang population nga na belong din ha, no? Or ani nga particular city. So pila iyang population. So it's there. Nakakuha na gid siya. Makita na nimo sa like say pie graph, makita na nimo nga dako gid siya nga portion plus the value, no? So it's more unsa ni kanang easy to analyze. So the answer is letter C. Next, this now there are several reasons why problem solving is taught in math. Which is the least important? So meaning all of these are reasons. But then which is the least important? Not so important. Okay, A, it is the main goal for the study of math. B, it provides the context in which concepts and skills are learned and applied. Real world. C, letter D.
Letter
Ano
A,
nag-answer
ma'am.
og A?
A,
A.
ma'am. A, ma'am.
Okay. It's letter A. Now, yeah, it's a goal. One of the goals of studying math. But then, ang pinakakuan gyud ani kaning tulo, no? Ang it's really very important because it provides the context in which concepts and skills are learned and applied, di ba? So, importante na siya gyud nga rason sa math. It provides an opportunity to develop critical thinking, analytical thinking. Yes, it is. That's why after the kanang kuan bitaw, after introducing the number exercises, then problem solving gid na yun siya in order to develop the critical thinking skills of the students. And it also provides opportunity to relate to the real world problem. Kay that's why we have now the contextualization and localization, no? So ang imong problems nga ihatag sa mga bata should be contextualized. Naagid sa ang setting pwede nga naa pa sa panimalay, naa pa sa community, so that the students can really relate it, no? So the answer there is letter A. Yeah, it's a goal, but then dili gid siya sa ilang upat siya ang pinakalist. Number 8. Teacher D teachings are delivered irregularly. Knowing the importance of keeping the students aware of current affairs, what is probably the best way to keep the students updated? A. Gather back issues of the newspaper and let students compile them. B. Urge the students to listen to stories circulating in the community. C. Encourage the students to listen to daily broadcasts from transistor radio. And D. The teacher should try all available means to get the newspaper delivered to the school. What is your answer here? Remote area, ha?
Letter D.
C, ma'am.
Letter D, ma'am.
Like say to siya sa pantaron.
Ma'am.
To siya sa pantaron. Imo pa siyang di ba, layo na. So, imo siya
Letter C,
pang-gather of back issues,
ma'am.
dili updated kay back issues man.
C,
Kung B,
ma'am.
urge students to listen to stories circulating in the community, lamay nagkalugsong ang mga tao nagkadaghanan. So, makabalita. Kung kuan siya, try all available means to gather newspaper, layo na kayo siya, di ba? Sa kabihasnan. So, makaabot ang newspaper dito, basig 2 weeks after. So, the answer here is letter C.
Letter C.
Letter C. Encourage the students to listen to daily broadcast from abot man bisag sa remote areas. Okay? So the answer is letter C. How many got it right? Be? Kaysa may nakakuha, be? Okay. Oh, very good. Mm. Next, number 9. Devices can make a lecture more understandable and meaningful. What is the most important thing a teacher should consider in the selection and utilization of instructional materials? Okay, you are doing the practice teaching now. So, what do you think?
A, ma'am.
Device, it's letter A, objectives of the lesson.
Yes, ma'am.
B,
A,
availability
ma'am.
of instructional materials. C,
Letter
attractiveness
C.
of instructional materials. And D, degree of interest on the part of the students. What do
B,
you
ma'am.
think?
B,
Uh-huh.
ma'am.
A, ma'am.
A, ma'am.
Mm.
Objective of the
Letter B,
lesson.
ma'am. Letter
Letter
D.
D, ma'am.
Okay.
P
What
O
most
battery.
important thing a teacher should consider in the selection and utilization of instructional materials? It's letter A. Diba? It's letter A. It's the objectives of the lesson. Of course. What 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 do you want to achieve at the end of the session? So kato maimuhang tagaan og consideration unsa man ang akong mga materials, instructional materials na gamiton to meet the objectives. Okay? So that would be your first consideration, ha? The objectives of the lesson. Not the availability of the instructional material. Kay kung may kag availability, daw bigwa gyud available, so wala kay magamit ng instructional material. You should be resourceful enough as a teacher nga naa gyud ka dapat instructional material. Okay? Number 10. Number 10, teacher E asks student A to identify and analyze events, ideas, or objects to state their similarities and differences. In which part of the lesson does the said activity take place? Preparation, generalization, application, comparison, and abstraction. What do you think?
D, ma'am.
Okay.
D.
Lorna said it's D. Beverly,
C.
what's your answer?
Comparison instruction, ma'am.
Okay,
Letter D,
yeah.
ma'am.
Letter D din.
Okay, Marites, letter D. Okay, the correct answer, of course, is letter D. No? Sa sa part na nga, you are doing the comparison and abstraction. Okay. 11. Which part of the lesson is involved in giving of situations or activities based on the concepts learned? Okay, letter A, preparation, B, generalization, C, application, D, comparison and abstraction.
Letter
Which part of
B.
the lesson is involved in
C.
giving
C, ma'am.
situations or
Application.
C.
Letter
okay,
C, ma'am. C, ma'am.
very good. Or C. Okay, the answer here is letter C during the application. Okay. Number 12, teacher F wants the class to find out the effect on matter. Which method will help him accomplish his objective? Project method, laboratory method, problem method, expository method. What do you think? Okay.
D,
C,
ma'am.
B, or D?
Laboratory method.
Okay, very good. It's letter B, laboratory method. Effect of heat on matter. So it's laboratory na. Okay, they cannot see the effect without doing the laboratory work. 13. In math, teacher G presents various examples of plane figures to her class. Afterwards, she asks the students to define each. What method did she use? Did she use A, inductive, B, laboratory, C, deductive, D, expository? When you see inductive, that is from what?
Beginning.
Sa
Specific at general.
pinakagamay, paingon sa generalization. Di ba? Inductive. Kung deductive, from the generalized concept down to
Specific.
pinakagamay,
Letter
na
C.
specific.
C, ma'am.
A,
So,
Letter C.
ma'am.
the answer is letter
C.
A.
A.
Letter A. Nag-example sa siya, tapos gipahimo dahil niya og unsa man definition, meaning gipa-define aniya na sabta na sa bata, no? So that's already the generalization. Okay. Kadyo lang kay nag-init na akong laptop. Okay. So, letter A, no? The answer is letter A. Okay. Number, what number now? 14. Teaching tinikling to one maliksi becomes possible of A, inductive method, B, expository, C, demonstration method, and D is laboratory method. Okay. What do you think is the answer?
C,
C, ma'am.
ma'am.
Demonstration
Demonstration.
method.
Uh, okay. It's the demonstration method. Of course, when you teach tinikling, you have to do it first. The teacher should do it first before letting the students do it. So, dapat i-demonstrate sa yun sa teacher, no? Kay lisod sad, ipa-learn mo tinikling ang mga bata and you yourself as a teacher don't know how to dance tinikling. So, dapat i-demonstrate gyud. Ajot lang yun. Okay. I'll have to charge my laptop first. Ay, murag, hapit na malubat. Okay. Next. Number 15. What is the implication of using the method that focuses on why rather than how? A, there is best method. B, typical one will be good for any subject. C, this method should be standardized for different subjects. D, teaching method should favor inquiry and problem solving.
Letter D,
What do you
ma'am.
think?
Letter D.
Okay.
The teaching method
Focuses
should
on
be
why
inquiry
rather
problem
than
solving, ma'am.
how?
Letter D.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
letter D. Inquiry and problem solving. So it focuses on why rather than how. So how are you going to do it? No. Why is that the answer? Why are we going to do this? So it's letter D. No? Timan, ano yun na ha? Manggawas niya na sa board exam. At least answer na dyan mo. Okay. So how many of you got 15? May I see your hands? Nay, naka-perfect? Wala? Okay. Will you please type your scores on the chat box? Please type your scores on the chat box. Okay, very good. Okay, so thank you so much. Your scores are good except for a few. So anyway, I'll be sending you my PPT after this. I'll send this to Sir Eric so that he can share this to you and you can study more, huh? At least you have the idea na on what would be the answer. If there are situations similar to this that will be given to you, you already know how to answer. Okay? So let's proceed. Okay. Let's begin. A, set up the problem. B, test the conclusion. C, propose ways of obtaining the needed data. And D, help the learners define what is to be solved. What would be our answer then? A, B, C, and D. Okay, what's your answer? Okay, you can have it in the chat
D,
box.
ma'am.
D, ma'am.
It's letter. What letter? Okay. Letter D. There's A. Okay. B. There's C. Okay. But majority it's letter D. Actually, the answer is letter D. Help the learners define what is to be solved. No? So when you use problem solving method, you assist the students. Kung wala kay balo, then wala sila mahimo. They cannot solve. No? So you guide the students. So help the learners define what is to be solved. So you can ask a student, okay, so what are you going to do next? So what are you going to do next? So that's
Gawala-wala ka, ma'am.
mhm. Okay, so that's guiding the students on how to do problem solving. Number 17. Which of the following characterizes a well-motivated lesson? A. The class is quiet. B. The children have something to do. C. The teacher can leave the lesson. D. The lesson is undertaken by the pupils. So which of the following characterizes a well-motivated lesson?
C.
D, ma'am. There are
Two.
varied procedures and activities undertaken by the pupils.
Okay. So the answer here is letter D. There are valid procedures and activities undertaken by the pupils. So, meaning, dili kay magtanga ra estudyante magulat ra sa ihungit sa mistra. No, it should be learner centered. The instruction should be learner centered. So well motivated ang students if they are really doing something in the class. You have an activity that involve all the students, di ba? So they will be enjoying the class. So if they are enjoying the activity that you are giving them in the class, or that is taking place. But kung hilom kay estudyante, unya nagliraw-liraw rang mata ng tan-aw sa imuha while you are doing all the lecture, then that estudyante. So, kung iyan kahilom mong estudyante, do something. No? Be quick enough to decide as a teacher on what are you going to do so that they will be motivated to listen and learn. Okay? So the answer here is letter D. Now, 18. Learners must be developed not only in the cognitive and psychomotor but also in the affective aspect. So dapat kumpleto, 'di ba? Sa atong objectives tulog yun na. Why is the development of the later also important or kaning atong affective? It helps them develop a sound value system. C, it helps them to develop an adequate knowledge of good actions. And D, awareness of the consequences of their action is sharpened. What do you think is the answer?
A, ma'am.
Okay, Hajimar, you answer A. Merjon, Gladys, D. Mhm. Okay. So when you say C, it helps them to develop an adequate knowledge of good actions. Uh-huh. So what really is the answer here? It's letter A. It helps them develop a sound
A,
value
ma'am.
system. So sound value system. Kung in all of our lessons, we really have to emphasize the affective aspect there. So it would develop their sound value system. No? So, though they have the adequate knowledge of good actions, okay man siya. But if it's only knowledge and it was not kuan wala siya na develop gud sa ilahang sistema ba sa ilahang self, then wala gihapon, no? Knowledge yun man wa man gi-apply, no? So it must be developed within uh the system of the child or within the child itself, no? It should help develop a sound value system. Number 19. Which of the following attributes characterizes a learner who is yet to develop the concept? Yet to develop, so wala pa na-develop, mag-develop pa lang. A, the learner can identify the attributes of the concept. B, the learner can summarize the ideas shared about the concept. C, the learner can distinguish examples from non-examples. And D, the learners get a failing grade on the test given after the concept has been discussed. So which of the following attributes characterizes a learner who is yet to develop the concept?
Letter
The
A,
answer
ma'am.
is letter A. Your can identify the attributes of the concept. So the answer is
Yes, ma'am.
20. The strategy
Yes,
which makes
ma'am.
use of the old concept of each one teach one of the 60s is similar to A. Peer learning, B. Independent learning, C. Partner learning, and D. Cooperative learning. So, unsa man ikaw ng strategy which makes use of the old concept nga kato, each one teach one strategy.
Letter C, ma'am.
Peer learning ba
Letter
siya?
C,
Karon,
ma'am.
independent, partner learning,
Peer
or cooperative
tutoring.
Hindi,
learning?
ma'am. Cooperative learning, ma'am.
Ah,
Letter C, ma'am. Partner learning.
okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, it is what we call now the cooperative learning. Mo na siya, cooperative learning. So, the answer is letter D, which is common. Mo na nang kasagaran yun ginagamit, no? Mo na siya takta tayo nga strategy, but it's effective. Kanang atong cooperative learning because no their classmate knows. So kung sa ilahang grupo, they can share. They can share their ideas. Yes, Beverly.
Ma'am, unsa ang difference sa peer learning o cooperative learning, ma'am?
Peer learning is pwede ra nga sila duhara, pwede nga tulo sila. Whereas ang cooperative learning, it involves not only one, not only two. Kay mo nga kay cooperative learning, usually kuan nga siya group of, let's say, group of 5, group of 3, group of 4, no? In which they are going to contribute each of them or their ideas. They will work together as a group. Siya of learning. May cooperative learning groupings siya. May peer learning or peer tutorial, uh, one student shorter. Did you get me? When I say peer tutorial, like say, I'll be the tutor of my mate. So what we will be doing is peer tutorial or peer learning. Matukod, matagaan po ko. So it's a two-way process. Okay? Nagets?
Bug ko,
Hello?
ma'am.
Naglibog ka. Oh my God, peer learning, there is one who is teaching the other. Or mo na siyang common na to, peer tutoring man, no? Mo na atong usually ga. So, hindi like opportunity sa ilang duha. Silang duha na sila bangay to learn. Wala po.
H1 teach one mo siya, ma'am. So, ang isa mag-tutor.
You can help ba one another. Each one can teach one. And the other one can teach the other.
Well,
Two
ang
way.
peer tutoring, ang isa ga-tutor. Okay.
Oh.
Okay na, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
The lesson does the learn this is name learn gave us all the learning motivation, B application, C evaluation, and D,
D.
which one of
Generalization,
the
ma'am.
So,
Letter
which part
D.
of the lesson does the learner give a synthesis of the things learned? Is it is it necessary that the learner will give for the student or the teacher?
C.
Either.
C, ma'am.
Okay? Either. Would you agree? Pwede nga ang teacher, mangutana, will give guide questions to the student to give a generalization, right?
Yes,
Also,
ma'am.
and also, the teacher would finalize the generalization. Dili pwede nga i-leave lang sa student. Kay basin di ay dili mao ang iyang pag-generalize or naay kulang. So it would be the teacher who will give the final generalization. 'Di ba? Sa lesson. And the question here is which part of the lesson does the learner give a synthesis of the things learned? C.
Evaluation.
Evaluation.
Ah, si.
Sa evaluation siya nga part. Kay di ba gan maghatag og activity or maghatag og quiz or test si teacher, this is already the asa ni kaning
Ang keyword kay learner.
synthesis because all the things that the student learned on that part period, iha na butang dito or i-apply na niya sa evaluation. So, mura na ni letter C. Kaya ang generalization manggod, pwede manggod nga ang teacher ang muhatag lang. Not necessarily the student. Pero ang student mao'y nag-synthesize sa iyahang learning. That indicates nga unsay na learn sa bata. Unsay iyahang na learn. So para kay mara to na summarize niya, na synthesis niya, na synthesize niya sa iyahang learning. Kay mara iyang na learn. Okay, so it's letter C. 22. Okay. Educational objectives are simple to complex. Why is this? From simple to complex. A. Each level is built upon and assumes the acquisition of skills from the previous level. B. Objectives are broad and value-laden statements that lead to the philosophy of education. C. Be idealistic and ambitious to begin with a grandiose scheme for using taxonomy at all levels. D. These are guidelines to be taught and learned where teachers and students evaluate learning. Okay, so what's your answer?
Letter A, ma'am.
A, ma'am.
Okay. Take note that the question is educational objectives are arranged from
A, ma'am.
simple to complex. No? In order for us or in order for the students to unsa man assume the acquisition of skills from the previous level. So meaning kwan siya naka-laderize, no? Naka-laderize, naka-arrange. So it's letter A. The answer is letter A. 23. Which of the following is not true? Okay. A lesson plan should be in a constant state of revision. True or not? B. A good daily lesson plan ensures a better discussion. C. Students should never see a teacher using a lesson plan. And D. All teachers, regardless of their experience, should have a daily lesson plan. Which statement is not true? A, B, C, or D? Okay, Lorna's answer is C.
C.
Okay. Okay.
C.
It's letter C. No, it's letter C. So it is not true that students should never see a teacher using a lesson plan. Mas maayo ay makita lang ang gagamit yung kag lesson plan. Meaning, you have the plan on what you're going to do with your class. No? So, letter C is not true. Take note sa not ha, kay basig mabali yung answer. 24. In music, teacher 1 wants to teach the class how to play the piano in the key of C. A. To play the piano in the key of C in the key of C chords. B. To improve playing the piano in the key of C. To interpret the property of chords of the key of C in the piano. And D. To exhibit excellence in playing the piano in the key of C.
Wala rin
So,
si ma'am.
wala ko?
Wala, ma'am.
Hello? Why? Oh, why?
Okay na, ma'am.
Teka lang. I have to check my ano. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kalit man ko ka. Kuha, disconnect. Murag dili maayo gyud ang atong kuan karon da connection sa internet. Since last night pa gyud ni nga usahay di ko ka sa akong laptop ra pod pero sa cellphone okay.
Wala tapos siya.
Mm, okay. We are now on number 24. Okay. So again, 24, your answer should be letter A.
It,
No? The answer is letter A in 24. To play the piano in the key of C chords. Next, when using instructional materials, what should the teacher primarily consider? So, A, the material must be new and skillfully made. B, uh, the material must be new and I know it must be suited to the lesson objective. C, the material must stimulate and maintain students' interest. And D, it must be updated and relevant to the Filipino setting. So what's your answer then?
B, ma'am. B.
It's letter Agoy mauman di ay ni siya. Okay. Sige, it's letter B, it must be suited to the lesson objective. Of course. Mo gyud na siya to i-consider, no? Uh, it could be that it must stimulate them and maintain students' interest, but what if it's not suited to your lesson objectives? So the first consideration here is your lesson objectives. Unsa man akong lesson objectives? So unsa akong himuon nga material, instructional material, no, in order to meet the objective. Okay, so the answer here is letter B. Okay. Di na sad siya modagan for a while. Sa muka, oy. Okay, so let's have number 25. 26, I mean. Teacher A wishes to write a lesson plan. Which question should she ask herself first? A, what material to do? Materials do I need? Then B, how will I get things started? C, what do I want to accomplish? And D, what exercise will I give my students? So, what do you think? Should
Letter C.
teacher
C,
A
ma'am.
Letter C, ma'am.
should ask herself? It's letter C. What do I want to accomplish? So, when you make a lesson plan, okay, unsa may akong maghimo kag plano. So, sabi mong objective. Unsa man imong gusto nga ma-accomplish? So, mo na imong una nga huna-hunaon before you make your lesson plan. So, it's letter C. Okay. 27. Which of the following characterizes best an effective classroom manager? One who is friendly yet A, rigid, B, demanding, C, businesslike, and D, buddy. So which of the following characterizes best an effective classroom manager or classroom teacher?
D.
B, demanding? Mm-hmm.
D. Char.
D.
Lorna, you answer C. Why do you think it's C?
A. Rigid.
Rigid. What about Lorna? You answered letter C. Why do you think it's letter C?
Ma'am.
Why do you think it's letter C? What is the principle behind? Yes, Marites. What's your answer,
For me, ma'am,
Marites?
for me, ma'am, kay sige hapon, business like kay
Why?
friendly pero dapat mo gain gid gyapon kag interest para sa businessman dapat agad sila ginansya. Para sa teacher sa dapat maka-learn gid sa dang estudyante bisan pag friendly kay usahay sa classroom setting sometimes most of the time friendly man gid ta pero sometimes we need to kuan the rules kay if mag-over friendly gid ta kuanon ta sa students murag i-conduct ta nila kay gusto
Yeah.
ta nga friendly lang sometimes we really have to set the rules and dapat makuan gid
Yeah.
nato makita nato nga mag-learn sila
Okay. Thank you,
or
Marites.
control.
So, ingana, no? The answer actually here is letter C. Now, nganong business rules? Now, we could be friends of everybody. We could be friend to all of our students. But inside the class, no, you are the teacher and they are the students. So bisag pag unsa mo ka friends sa gawas or after the class, pag abot sa classroom, you mean business always. No? You mean business. So what dili business nga negosyo ha? You mean business, meaning you are sincere of what you are doing. You are sincere that you want your students to learn. No? So in that way, you would be an effective manager. or a classroom manager or an effective teacher. Nganuman, seryoso ka sa imong gahimuon pag-abot sa classroom. Pero dili pod nga kahadlukan na lang yun sa estudyante nga dili na pod halos molihok ang estudyante kay mahadlok sa imo, no? Pareha gud anang a child friendly school. So kinahanglan unsa man kanang dili mahadlok ang estudyante sa ato but the respect is always there because on the way how we manage them. Ingana bitaw. So it's a business like meaning 'di ba sa negosyo is negosyo dili pwede negotiable ang tanang bagay, no? So business like. It's letter C. Okay? Nasabtan? Hey, are you still there?
Yes, ma'am. Sabta na,
Okay.
ma'am.
28. Which of the classroom activities below is effective? A. The concept learned is applicable to daily life. B. The techniques and approaches used are varied. C. The variety of instructional materials used is evident. And D. The laughter and enjoyment of students are contagious. So, which of the classroom activities below is effective?
A, ma'am.
Okay. Many answered A. Its answer is letter A. The concept learned is applicable to daily life. Mao gyud na siya ang pinaka-importante. It will remain, it will be stored, it will be, what's this, retained to the minds of the students kung ang imuhang activity is what? Kanang related to the real life setting or useful siya sa imong daily life nga encounter, no? So ing ana. 29. When is praise effective? When it is blank. Okay. So kanun sa man daw ang praise is effective? When A, it describes students' present accomplishment. B, it shows spontaneity or variety of, and other signs of credibility. C, focuses students' attention on their own task relevant behavior. And D, provides information to students about their competence and the value of their accomplishments. Okay, so when would it be effective? Okay. Oh, there's some who answered A, D. How about C and B? Nobody will answer C and B. Okay. Marites, you answered B.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, D. Okay, many answered D. Okay, so ano ba talaga? Okay, so when praise is effective, kano sa ba siya maging effective? Or basta lang ba nga we have to praise the student anytime, then that's already considered effective. When those spontaneity and sense of credibility, and C focuses students at behavior, and D provides information to students about their competence and the value of their accomplishment. Then the answer here is letter D. When it provides information to students about their competence and the value of their accomplishment. How important is their accomplishment? Unsa man gyud valuable accomplishment. And then doing so, it would help the student to strive more. No? Pagkasunod, kamot should ay ko kay ani gyud ay. No? So, importante gyud na ang praise ba ya. Okay. Number 30. Which of the following is a divergent question? Divergent. How is where verified? What C? What is the most populated country in Asia? And D, what is the formula for getting a weight of an object? Ahaman ko no aning divergent question. Okay? Okay, Beverly answered A. Who else? Hajimar. Nelson answered D. Mm-hmm. Okay, Lorna answered A. Nora A. Okay, so the answer here is actually letter A. How is water purified? That is a divergent question. Okay, 31. Which of the following reading skills ang nagbelong sa higher level, no? Sa atong domains. We have here drawing conclusion, stating the main idea, C, following directions, and D, nothing specific details.
Letter
Okay.
A, ma'am.
So which is which?
Letter A, ma'am.
Ha? Okay. Drawing kung wala siya kasabot, dili siya makakonclude, no? So this is the highest or it belongs to higher level of of reading skill, drawing a conclusion. 32. Up to 10 man no? So kaya pa. I have prepared actually 50 questions. Which of the following questions is classified as low level? Okay. Magkaklaro man. A, what is science? B, how is a city differentiated from a province? C, if given a chance to become a government official, what reforms or reform will you advocate and why? Then D, who is who among the Filipino heroes and heroines do you best like and explain? Okay, so the answer is letter A. Obviously, it's letter A. What? So meaning remembering lagi siya, no? Okay. 33. Why does the teacher have to plan the day's activities? Why do we need to plan? This is expected by pupils. B, this is required for a teacher. C, the ability of a teacher is tested. And D, the accomplishment of the objectives is dependent on the plan. What's your answer?
Letter
D.
D, ma'am.
Okay, it's obviously letter D. Now, letter D. So, when you plan the activity, you have to plan the activity in order to accomplish the objective, no? That is, which is dependent on the plan. Okay, letter D. First discussion. A, narrow question. B, the convergent question. C, memory question. And D, divergent question. Okay. What's your answer then?
Letter C, ma'am.
Mhm.
Letter C.
Letter C. Any more answer?
Or letter B.
Uh-huh. Which of the following should the teacher use to start the class discussion? The answer here is letter D. It's divergent question. Why divergent question? Now, a divergent question is a question with no specific answer, but rather exercises one's ability to think broadly about a certain topic. So you can use divergent question to start the discussion. So, pwede na siya divergent question para to open up lang yun siya the mind of the students. So it would be broad. Mo answer sila, dawaton tanan nga answers, no? There should be there is no specific answer to that divergent question, but it will just open the mind of the students and would examine broadly, about the certain topic. But your question should be related to your topic. Pero dili siya specific yun ba ang answer. So they can give their ideas, no? Matubag-tubag naman na sila dayon. And then, after that, that's your opening to start the discussion. And then after that, you can start with your discussion in which some of their answers or most of their answers would be taken gapon. No? Matouch gihapon siya sa inyong topic. So, we are advised to start a divergent question to use divergent question, I mean, in order to start the class discussion. That would be an mind opener for the student. Open ang ilahang mind for the discussion. So it must be divergent. Letter siya padagan. 35. Which of the following characterizes best a well-managed class? When learners are A, controlled by the teacher, B, blindly obeys teacher's instruction, blindly, ha? C, pursue their engage in an activity that leads them to realize the set goal. What is your answer?
Letter D, ma'am.
Okay. Number 35. The answer is letter D. When the learners are engaged in an activity that leads them to realize the set goal. No? So, makuha niya, sana ma-meet nila ang objective nimo sa klase. 36. Which of the following belongs to a lower order thinking skill? A, teaching for meaning. B, encouraging creativity. C, asking convergent questions. And D, making the students aware of their mental process. What's your answer? Okay. Hajimar, it's letter C. Gladys, D. C. Merjo, Nelson, C. Lorna, B. Okay, the answer actually here is letter C, asking convergent questions. So lower thinking order skill lower order thinking skills, I mean. Lots. Okay. When should teacher M undertake the task of setting up routine activities? A, every homeroom period. B, on the very first day of school. C, every day at the start of the session. And D, as soon as the students have adjusted to their schedule. So, what should teacher M undertake the task of setting up routine activities? A, B, C, or D? Okay.
Letter A,
Wow.
ma'am.
So majority answered letter B,
Letter
which
B.
is the correct answer. So on the very first day of school, you are going to undertake the task of setting up routine activities. So imo na daan na siyang i-discuss, no? Routine activities. 38. Which of the following marks a conducive classroom? A, excessive praise, ha? B, individual competition. C, long assignments. And D, cooperative learning. Which of the following answer is letter D?
Letter D.
Okay.
D.
Okay. The answer is
Letter D.
letter D. Cooperative learning. No? Cooperative learning. That's a conducive classroom. Which of the following develops critical thinking? A. Asking low-level questions. B. Blind obedience to authority. C. Asking convergent questions. D. Willingness to suspend judgment until sufficient evidence is presented. Okay. Which of the Okay, majority of you answered letter D, which is correct. Na? So letter D, willingness to suspend judgment until sufficient evidence is presented. So you let your students give their first, their idea, so that their critical thinking skills would be developed. Dili kay pag-answer sa usa wrong. Okay, hatag na dahil mo answer. Okay, let your students contribute ideas. Then after everything or until nga daghan na gyud kayo naghatag, then that's the time you make judgment. Okay, 40. Teacher N wants to develop the comprehension skills of his pupil. How should his questioning proceed? One here is literal, two interpretation, C critical, four integration. So letter A is 1, 2, 3, 4. Dapat ba ing ana? How should his questioning proceed? How will the teacher or teacher N do the questioning ba? B 1, 3, 2, and 4. C 1, 2, 4, and 3. D 4, 3, 2, 1. Which is which? 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 3, 2, 4. Okay. A, B, C, or D? Mm-hmm. So you have varied answers, no? Naagi A, B, C, na po D. Actually, the answer here is letter A. 1, literal, then interpretation, then critical, and then integration. From that is so that the comprehension skill of the pupil will be developed. So dapat mag-una sa siya literal, para nga ma-imagine gid sa bata, mao gyud siya kay literal kayo. Then ipa-interpret sa iya. Then after interpreting, critical thinking. So kanang mag-rationality siya. Then integration, real life situation na, no application. So that is letter A. 41. Which of the following counters the teacher's role as a facilitator of learning? Counter no sa role sa teacher. E, does less talk compared to learners. C, makes use of interactive teaching strategies. And D, caters the multiple intelligence in the classroom.
A.
A, B, C, or D.
A, ma'am, does more talk than learner.
Yeah, it counters, meaning the opposite, no? Of the teacher's role as a facilitator, does more talk than learners. So dapat it's more learner activities than the teacher who is talking, or uh kuan kanang dapat less lang ang talk sa teacher i-compare sa learners participation. Dili pud nga talking sa learners nga nagtabi ra no. Participation. Ah using the activities no, that is given. So the answer is letter A. 42. Which of the following practices violates the guidelines in asking questions? A. Avoid cognitive memory questions. B. Call on pupils before asking questions. Questions build on the answers to the lower level. So which of the following practices violates the guidelines in asking question? Huh?
Ma'am, letter B. Because it does not allow all the learners to think of the answer for the question.
Yeah. The answer actually is letter B. It violates the guidelines in asking question because it says call on pupils before asking questions. So, di ba, ang sa atong principles of teaching is you have to ask the question first before calling names to answer the question so that the mind of the students will be prepared. Pag question pa lang nimo naghuron na sila ako matawagan unsay akong i-question because it would demoralize the student. No nga, pag kuan kalito na nimo, okay, stand up. You call the name, then you stand and then you give the question. So, maka-trauma sa estudyante, especially mga little children. So, if possible, you have to what? Do a little discussion first. Okay, so if it's like this, so nagkuha na ka, let's say sa math. Okay, pagkahuman dayon ka, okay, what if kani siya nga angle with this angle, how do you call this? So pag question mo, you pause a little, then, okay, let's say, who won? What's your idea? What's your answer? And then if the answer is not correct, then, okay, what about Kuan? What is your answer? Do not tell the student right away nga, wrong yung answer. Then after calling few names, then, okay, actually, this is called, the congruence. So if this measures 45, and let's say, 30 degrees, so the angle vertical to this angle is also the student. Okay? So the one that violates here is letter B. The answer is letter B. Okay. Which of the following shows correction? A. Doing all the work alone. B. Letting others copy from you. C. Collaborating with others in a group. And D. Allowing others to dominate in the discussion making. What's your answer?
Letter C.
Okay, obviously it's letter C, no? Collaborating with others in the group. Mo na siya ang cooperation. Okay. Which of the following violates good discipline? A. Practice. B. Attention. C. Modeling. D. Punishment. Okay. Which is which?
Ma'am, wala siya nag-move.
Ha? Wala siya nag-move? 44?
Wala, ma'am.
Yes,
Ay.
ma'am.
Otro. O ka na. Nana?
Wala gyapon, ma'am.
Ay, wala gyapon na 44. Pastilan.
Signal na,
Okay
ma'am.
na, ma'am. Ay, 45.
Internet?
Okay na, ma'am.
Okay, which of the following violates good discipline? Practice, attention, modeling, punishment. The answer is chararang. It's
Punishment, ma'am.
letter D. Punishment. No, violence not able to answer. That's a corporal punishment. That's considered corporal punishment. And that might cause your ejection in the service. No? Kung idemanda ta sa parents, unya na ay mga evidences, then administrative case. No? That's an administrative case. Matanggal ta sa serbisyo. Okay, so that's corporal punishment. So make some other ways. Not that imuhang ipunish ang bata. Okay. 45. Asking a series of questions to a student is violation of which technique is in questioning?
Wala na mo, ma'am.
Wala na po. Ay, nako.
Ana
Why
na, ma'am.
is... 45 na tana. Nana?
Ma'am.
45? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ito yung isa-isahon, ma'am.
The-loading din siya. 45. Asking a series of questions to a student is a violation of which technique in questioning? A. Wait time. B. Prompting questions. C. Redirection. D. Probing question. Series of questions to a student is a violation to which technique in questioning? Sige daw. Aha. Ala. The answer actually here is letter A. That is waiting time. No, violation sa waiting time nato. Kanang magsunod-sunod ang asking series of questions to a student. So dapat ato siya hulatan nga makahuna-huna pud siya nga maka-answer dili kay okay, wa siya ka-answer na po kay follow up nga answer dayo ang question na so follow up na pud nga question pag siya na-answer sa isa. So, hulatan na ito, muhatag siyang answer. Kung the answer is wrong, then have a follow-up question that would lead to, nga kalabit ang iyang answeran, o niya, pagkasunod, wala lang kaya po niya nakuha. I-simplify na po niyo mong answer, imong question. Hangtod na makuha, yun niya ang correct na answer. So, that is how you ask questions to a student. So, it requires, what's this, kanang patience. Patience din siya. Okay. Which of the following should teacher practice more if he wants to give his students the opportunity to think critically? Ang sabi ay practice. A. Provide questions with clues. Deviate from the main topic. D. Allow the children to ask questions during class discussion. So what should the answer be? Okay, good. Okay, majority answered letter B. Give questions that require analysis. No? Okay, for the student to be given, what's this? Opportunity to think critically. Which guideline in asking questions must teacher P use to develop reflective thought and critical thinking among the learners? A, probing, B, prompting, C, wait time, D, redirection. Okay. Why do you think it's proben? Probing. Okay. Why A? Why probing? What do you mean by probing anyway?
It is an open-ended question that nudge prospect toward revealing more information about their situation.
Okay. It is an open-ended question. So, kung open-ended question siya, kung man, it requires the student to reason out, no? To explain. So, it would develop critical thinking, no? Okay, so the answer is letter A. 48. Which of the following
Yes,
practices is an
ma'am.
effective way to start a lesson? A. Checking of the attendance. B. Scolding someone who was late. C. Evaluating the work done the previous day. And D. Reminding the pupils of the standards of listening. Which of the following practices is an effective way to start the lesson? Reminding pupils to start of the standard of listening. Some are answering C. Okay. Now, checking of attendance actually is not part of the lesson discussion, no? It's a preliminary activity in which relevant or very important, vital, I mean. Kaning checking of attendance. So, pag start yun, pag sulod yun mo sa classroom, So that is part S, which is an effective way to start the lesson is evaluating the work done in the
See,
previous
ma'am.
day. So meaning review.
Yes,
Mag-review.
ma'am.
Kung na assignment, check ka ng assignment or ibalik din mong assignment and then asa man dapit inyuhang kung ano yung nasayop mo. So you have to process the answers. Okay, so that's the best way. No, it's a best practice for an effective way to start the lesson before you start with the next lesson or the next topic. But be sure to connect the previous to the present one. Dapat na connection ha. Dili kay mo diretso na ka, okay, ang atong topic karon is mao na pud ni. Wala na lang, wala naman lagi ka connection. So you have to review and then connect it. No, ingana. 49. Which of the following routines is the best way to start a class? Ringing a bell, greeting each other,
Ma'am,
making the
wala siya
children line
nag-move.
up. Ay, okay. O, kani, nagdaga na. 49 na siya.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Kinanglang yun na ito balik sana i-move sa siya. Which of the following routines is the best way to start a class? Ringing a bell, greeting each other, making the children line up, asking the children to clean the room. Okay. Good. Majority of you answered letter B, which means you greet the learners, no? Or the students. I-greet sa ninyo po. Good morning. How are you today? Then when you reach the classroom, okay, get the brooms and you clean na. No? Nangasaba na din ka kay huga pa ang classroom. So, you greet them. No, though dili siya formal gyud nga palingkuron mo tanan kay mo greet ka. Pero if you are there standing in at the door, okay, good morning. So that would make the student feel at ease, no? And comfortable with you. Okay, the last one. What is the most effective way to distribute papers or materials in class? A. A. Give pupils papers one by one. B. Let the pupils come to the teacher one by one. C. Ask a leader pupil to distribute the papers. And D. Instruct pupils to get one and pass. Okay. Okay, so majority of you answered letter D, which is correct.
Correct na.
Huh?
What's the best way
Get
to
one
give the
and pass. So that you will distribute it sa first nga students in each column. And then they get one, then pass. Pass pass and save time. So that is the effective way to distribute papers or materials in class. Okay, so we are done with the 50 items. I hope you have learned a lot today at morning. Have you? Have you
Yes,
learned?
ma'am.
Okay, so remember all of these things. This might come out. I'm not so sure, but this might come out in the exam. At least, no, bali-bali na siya pangutana. You already have the idea. Nagklase gini si Marites. Nagklase ka te. Okay. So, ano, I hope you learned many this morning. Okay, guys, 7 minutes of your time.